everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. This week we're going to be doing book things in New Mexico. Isaiah and his crew are staying at this house here in New Mexico for about a month, and I decided to come along because I can work from home, so I can work anywhere I want, and it's been a great time. The actual work they're doing is working on this house that I'm sitting in front of. They are renovating a portion of it. When they're not working, we get to go out and go on hikes and go kayaking and do a bunch of different things. We've been doing lots of fun things the last couple weeks. It's been a good time. It is. Of course, while I'm not home, I haven't been home in like 3 weeks, I still have book things to do. I just finished Throne of Glass a couple of days ago, and I am currently reading The Prisoner's Throne, which is the second book in the Stolen Heir duology by Holly Black. I figured that I would take you along with me this week to do some like bookish things. I have to update my reading journal. I brought all my reading journal supplies. I want to finish this book hopefully today or tomorrow, and then I have another book to read and just kind of explore. Hopefully we'll get to a bookstore sometime soon. I haven't been to a bookstore in so long, and it's been literally so sad. Kind of in the middle of a very remote area, and there's not many places to go other than like go do outdoorsy things. Like there's not a Barnes and Noble's within an hour of me, so it probably won't be a Barnes and Noble if I get to one. But yeah, we're having a good time. I spent a lot of time reading the first 2 weeks here because I needed to finish Throne of Glass, and it was amazing. The reading vlog for that is coming next week. When I get home, I have to shoot the thumbnail, then I can post it. I'm so excited for you to see it because it was a roller coaster of emotions, that's for sure. Anyways, I just wanted to say hello and intro this vlog. Let's go do some bookish things. Little reading update for you guys. I have been reading The Prisoner's Throne, and I have gotten maybe 30 pages past the point where I last updated you, but this is just not the book to read after reading Throne of Glass. I really liked The Stolen Heir, but I'm just really not liking the second book in the duology right now. It's just kind of boring to me. I'm like more than halfway through and I feel like nothing has happened. I'm just really not liking it. Like I just have a feeling it's gonna be like a 3 stars, and probably only a 3 stars because it has like Carden and Jude in it, like characters that I know and love. I'm just not enjoying this. Like it's actually putting me into a book slump. It's been like 5 days. I started this 5 days ago and I'm literally only 190 pages in. But I'm gonna try and power through and just finish it tonight so I can read other books. I just went to Walmart yesterday, and my Walmart at home has a lot of really good books, but the Walmart here is not as good. I did end up finding The Teacher by Frida McFadden. I've heard mixed reviews about this, so we'll see what happens because I don't love student-teacher relationships like in a book. I don't think I would like that very much. I've never read that before, but we'll see what happens in this book. I love Frida McFadden, and I feel like this will be a really good book to read after I finish The Prisoner's Throne. I also have Bride by Ellie Hazelwood, which I've heard really good things about, so I think both of these will hopefully be a lot better than The Prisoner's Throne and kind of get me out of this reading slump that I'm in. I want to read so many books on my TBR, but they're all at home, and I don't want to buy them on my Kindle because I just feel very wasteful buying the physical copy and then also having the Kindle copy. Like that's literally buying 2 of the same exact thing. So I'm not going to do that, unfortunately. I really want to read Powerless, and I really want to read Fourth Wing because I'm just in like a fantasy mood right now, but I have both those books at home and I don't have them here, and I just want to have them here so I can read them, but we're not going home for like 2 more weeks, so I just have to suck it up and read these books that I brought. We're gonna try to finish The Prisoner's Throne today because I'm just a little bit over it. Hey guys, I'm going to be updating my reading journal for you right now. I brought with us to New Mexico this little basket of reading journal materials. I have all my papers and pens and crafting things. I'm gonna update my reading journal because I have not updated this in like a month and a half probably, and since the last time I updated this, I finished Throne of Glass. Let me see what is in here. Okay, yeah, so I didn't even make a March spread. I didn't make an April spread yet, no April TBR. The last spread I have here is my February TBR, so I'm gonna work on updating this and do a little crafting. It's Sunday morning and we kind of have nothing to do today because the Wi-Fi is down, so I'm just gonna craft and read in a little bit. Also update, I did finish The Prisoner's Throne last night, and I was right, it is a 3 stars for me. It was good. Like if you've read The Stolen Heir. Definitely read The Prisoner's Throne because then you can kind of figure out what happens with your favorite characters. But overall, it was not great. Like, definitely not great, especially coming down from my Throne of Glass high that I'm on, or more of a book slump sort of situation that I'm on now that I finished Throne of Glass. If you like the Elfhame world, definitely read it, but it was just not my favorite. The whole first 3/4 of the book are very, very confusing, and then like when you have like a quarter left, you kind of figure out what happens, like you figure out the reason why everything's been confusing, but it just isn't that satisfying to me. So I don't know, I'm not loving it. But we're gonna update my reading journal and we're gonna have a good time. So let's get crafting.
What do you do when the words that you speak in truth fall to the ground? What do you do when you walk in for days only to turn back around? What do you do, 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 do when the lens is blue? Where do you gaze when the world's a reminder of someone you've lost? How do you pray when the good ones are those always left paying the cost? What do you do, 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 do when the lens is blue?
The first page that I have to update is my like shelf for the year, and it's looking so beautiful. It's all colored in. We do not have Wi-Fi right now. I know I said that earlier, but in order to use my Canon IV printer to print out photos of books, to put them in my reading journal, I need Wi-Fi or service. The service out here sucks. The only thing you can do on your data, cellular data, is make phone calls. So I have to pause my reading journal process right now because I am not able to download photos of the books, the book pictures that I want to print out and like put in here. But I did pretty much, I did a couple other things. I filled out my little library spread sort of situation with my 27 books that I've read so far this year. I'm on my 28th and it is April 14th today. I've only read 2 books so far this month. After finishing Kingdom of Ash and then going into The Prisoner's Throne, it took me a good long while to finish The Prisoner's Throne just because I was not very into it at all. I'm now reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood, which you're sitting on top of right now because I forgot my tripod coming to New Mexico, of course. So hopefully Bride kind of picks up the pace a little bit, and then I'm gonna download some books on my Kindle because those are all the books that I brought with me to New Mexico from home. I didn't bring any of the other books from my library home, so I'm gonna download some books on my Kindle and hopefully get out of this mini reading slump that I'm in. I'm just not. The Prisoner's Throne was just not great. It just was not great. I know I said this already, but especially coming from reading Throne of Glass, like, it just can't compare. It's pretty crazy. But I can't finish doing my reading journal because I have no Wi-Fi to download photos to put into my reading journal. So I'm gonna have to do my my Throne of Glass spread later, at a later time when I actually have service and can download the photos of the books. But for now, I think I'm just gonna read because I can't do this anymore. Reading Bride. Okay, you guys, I have a little update for you. It is later in the day. I'm also in a much better mood right now, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But I am just a little bit more than halfway through Bride. It's interesting so far. I'm kind of curious how it's gonna end. I feel like it's a little predictable what's gonna happen for some plot points. But I guess we'll see what happens. I'm enjoying it so far, for sure. I have had literally nothing to do today except read because, as I said before, the Wi-Fi is out and the Wi-Fi is still out. But I'm feeling much better currently because I just went on a walk across the road. There's like a mountainy trail across the road and it was amazing. I was able to just exercise, and I know this is crazy and mind-blowing, but going on a walk kind of fixes everything. Every time I'm in a bad mood or like my stomach hurts or I'm feeling bloated or just anything, I go on a walk, immediately fixes it. The also other good news is that when I was on my walk across the road, I had service. So I was able to download some podcast episodes, and I also was able to download photos of books so that way I can use my little Canon IV printer and print them out and actually do my reading journal now. So I'm making a little drink right now in the kitchen, a little lemon fog. Lemon fog has been my drink of choice recently, and it's been like hitting different. Like, it has been hitting different. It's been amazing. I'm gonna go finish making my drink, and then we're gonna update my reading journal, add some photos, use my little printer, be in a little crafty mood for the rest of the evening. I feel like it's been the most pointless day in the history of days because I have done nothing but sit on the couch and be bored and read. This book is good, but it's not like super addicting so far, and it's just not, it wasn't helping like my boredom. I was just forcing myself to read, but it's fine, it's fine. So I'm very excited that now I can get a little yummy drink and actually do my reading journal and listen to my podcast and do all the things I've been wanting to do all day. I'm so excited. Let's go get my drink.
When we are apart and you fear me, you know from the start that nothing's gonna break my love for you, babe. You can't keep me far away with all.
This is how it's looking so far.
You can't keep me far away for too long. There's no need to pretend that you don't when you do.
Okay, I'm working on my Throne of Glass page. Here's like the little layout I have so far. I'm gonna write Throne of Glass and then put each book and like ratings next to each of them and like dots, I guess. So let's draw this out.
Because I hope in your heart that when we are apart, you feel me. You know from the start that nothing's gonna break my love for you, baby. You can't keep me far.
Okay, because the greatest series of all time deserves its own spread. Here is my little Throne of Glass spread. I'm not done at all. I'm gonna fill this in with ratings and thoughts of each book and maybe some like little doodles and stuff. I don't have any cute like sword stickers or anything, or like fire stickers or anything to add to this, so I'm probably just gonna leave it as it is and maybe do some doodles and add my thoughts. I also updated my April TBR, my February TBR, March. Pretty much I was just reading Throne of Glass, so that's why I created the Throne of Glass spread. So April actually has a TBR because I'm reading a bunch of random books this month. It's pretty cute if I do say so myself. I love how it's like shiny kind of. These ones are not shiny, but these are. I have like a bunch of random reads lined up for the next month. Since I don't have access to my bookshelf at home, I just looked up on my Goodreads my want to read list and found books that I don't own physical copies of, so then I won't feel guilty for buying the Kindle version. So that's my plan for this month after I finish Bride. Also, my TBR that I created at the beginning of the year is almost filled out. Like, I'll for sure finish all of these books this year. I only have 10 more books left on this list. This was a TBR I made like beginning of January. It's pretty exciting. And then this is my fully updated library. It's looking so cute and good. I am obsessed. I originally had my reading goal set to 30 books on Goodreads, but now that I have read 27 books this month, or this year so far, and it's only middle of April, I changed it to 100. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm on track to get 100 books this year. We'll see what happens. But that's it for tonight. I'm gonna update you guys tomorrow once I actually finish my Throne of Glass spread. Hello, my friends. It is currently the next day, and I have a little book update for you. I ended up going to a little used bookstore yesterday.
Midnight on the walk home, quiet of the cobblestones, street lights make a silhouette.
Oh my
My insides do a pirouette.
Hello.
Your hair's up
And I got two books. The first book I got is Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. I love Malcolm Gladwell. He's one of my favorite nonfiction authors, and I love reading his books. I feel like they're just very insightful into how humans work. I don't know. It's just I love reading his work. And then the second book I got is A Court of Thorns and Roses, the OG edition. This was $20 at a used bookstore, but you know, it's fine. I looked up the retail price and it sells for kind of a lot of money, so I bought it. I don't have any of these books yet, but I definitely want to get to them kind of soonish. So that's pretty exciting. I also finished Bride. I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about this yet, but I finished Bride the other day. 2 days ago, I read it in one day. So I think I'm out of my book slump now, which is great. I rated this a 3.75, which I feel like is kind of a low rating actually for how fast I read this book, because I really liked the premise. It was very interesting. It's about a vampire who is in an arranged marriage to a werewolf, which is kind of interesting, and it's by Ellie Hazelwood. So this is her first like fantasy book, I guess, that she's ever written. Normally she writes like STEM romances, which I really like those as well. But this was just interesting. Did thoroughly enjoy the plot. I mean, it was kind of basic, but I did enjoy it. I liked the writing style. There was just a little bit too much spice in this for me. There was quite a few scenes to skip over and skim over, and kind of in those scenes there was a lot of important information happening. So it was just kind of annoying, I guess, to have to like skim through them, and because I just don't like reading spice very much. So that's why I rated it a 3.75, because I did like the plot, I did like the premise of the book, but there was just a little bit too much spice for me. And now I'm currently reading The Teacher. This is a book by Frida McFadden. I bought this at Walmart the other day. I think I talked about it. And I am 85 pages in, and I'm gonna finish this today. I already know I'm gonna finish this today because I love Frida McFadden books. You just want to binge read through them. They get you hooked literally in the first like paragraph, the first chapter. Her chapters are very short, which is really, really great. Keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time. There's always things to be finding out, and I love her writing. So I'm probably gonna end up finishing this today. That's my little book update for you. So today we're gonna finish The Teacher. And oh, I also have a reading journal update. I finished my Throne of Glass spread. Here it is. In all of her glory. I'm obsessed. I made this like little flame out of like some sticky notes I had, and I wrote like thoughts for each book, and I printed out the little book, you know, covers, and I'm obsessed with it. It's my new favorite spread ever. And I also have my April and February TBRs. I'm just obsessed with my reading journal. Like, I feel like I could look through this all day, even though I only have like 5-6 pages filled out. Anyways, that's the update for you. We're gonna finish The Teacher today. I decided to come read outside because it is such a nice day out, and I've been cooped up inside my room all day just doing work. So I'm gonna keep reading. I read a little bit more this morning. I only have like 150 pages left. That's not even bad. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna finish this book today.
When the words that you speak in truth fall to the ground, what do you do? When you walk in for days only to turn back around, what do you do?
So I've got myself a nice little view of the river. It's so nice outside. This is my view pretty much every day. We are staying in a really nice place here, but I am excited to go home. I do miss my home. I haven't been home in like a month, and I miss it. I'm very homesick, I'm not gonna lie. I miss my cats, and I miss my bookshelves. I have a lot of books that I want to read, but they're all at home. It's kind of sad.
When the lens is blue, take a little while.
I'm shook right now. The ending of this book? Crazy. That was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do book things in New Mexico. I have a few very exciting videos coming out really soon, so stay tuned. Bye.